In this video, we're looking at BMAT 2020, Section 2, Question 19. So we have a diver here of mass 45 grams who stood on a platform 10 meters above the water, and they're going to dive into that water. So, assuming that the gravitational field strength is 10 newtons per kilogram, the air resistance is negligible, and the diver is classed as a point particle, we need to work out what is the diver's kinetic energy and their speed when she hits the water. So we're going to need some equations. Let's start off with the equation for kinetic energy. How are we going to write that? So our kinetic energy is E, which is our energy, is half the mass times the velocity squared. Now we have the mass of the diver, we don't have the velocity. So using the information we have, how can we work out the velocity? Well, we're going to need another equation. So we can use a Suvat equation. So for this we're going to use velocity squared equals the initial velocity squared plus 2 times the acceleration times the distance. But again, we still have one variable we don't know, which is the acceleration. So again, using the information we do know, what equation can we use? We can use force equals mass times acceleration. So these are the 3 equations we're going to need to use in this question. So let's start from the bottom and work our way up. So we have force times mass, force equals mass times acceleration. So we're working out our A here. So what's our force going to be? Well, we know that air resistance is negligible, so the only force we have is our downward force, which is going to be our weight. And that is going to be 10, which is our gravitational field strength, times our mass. So our force is going to be 10 times 45, and that equals our mass, which is 45 again, times our acceleration. So easy enough, we can just cancel out our 45s and find that our acceleration is 10 meters per second squared. So now we have our A, and we can plug it into this equation here. So we know that V squared equals U squared plus 2AS. Our V squared is the thing we're looking for. Our initial velocity is 0, and we're going to do 2 times our acceleration is 10, times our distance, which is 10. And that works out to be V squared equals 200, or our velocity is the root of 200. And we can simplify that down by knowing that there's a square number in there, which is root of 100 times root 2. Simplify that down again to 10 root 2. So that's our velocity, or our speed, when she hits the water. So we've got one half of the question done. We just need to put that into our energy equation to find our kinetic energy. So E equals half mv squared. Plug in our numbers. E equals a half times 45 times 200. So energy equals 4,500 joules. And there are 2 final answers, and so our final answer is E.